Hello students, welcome to biology class. Students, today in this video lecture we are going to discuss about the virides, prions and lichens. And these are the last topic of your this chapter. So students, in previous lecture we were discuss about the fungi. Now here and viruses. Now here we are going to discuss about these virus-like. Yes, students, these are also among to the virides and prions are just similar to the virus-like structure but quite different due to their specificity. So we are going to discuss what are the main special physical characters are present in them so they can separated from the virus or how they are different from the viruses. So let's going to start with virides. Students, the virides are first reported by T.O. Diner. T.O. Diner first observed the virides which are comparatively 10 times smaller than the viruses, and he called them virides. It means the smaller than the viruses. The term virides means more smaller than the viruses as they are about 10 times more smaller than the viruses. So, Diner identified the presence of such RNA, it means free RNA containing particles without any protective cover or sheath or capsid or capsule inside potato, and his mind the potatoes are suffer from abnormality that is called potato spindle tuber disease. The potato from inside gets spilled and there is a cavity formed inside the potatoes due to infection of this agent that is called virides. Thus, he identified this particle only containing free RNA and genetic material, and it means it has lack of protein sheath. There is no protective outer cover is present as present in the viruses, that is called capsid or capsule. And as I was told you that its sizes are comparatively more smaller than the viruses, that's why called virides. Further, in other types of crops, the identification of the virides also studied, like in sweet potato, in radish, carrot, many more. Now, the next topic is prions. Then, what are prions? Students, prions are similar to the viruses. Yes, they are similar to the viruses, but their body is made up of folded proteins with nucleic acid. RNA as a genetic material or nucleic acid. Is that clear? Then they are similar to the viruses, but why they are called prions? They are called prions because they attack on the neuron cells and leads to neurological disorders. It means mental retardedness in the animals in which they spread, or you can say that cause infections. So these spread neurological disorders through infection. Prions cause the most notable disease. The first noticeable disease was identified due to prions is bovine spongiform encephalopathy. What? Bovine spongiform encephalopathy. It means this is related to encephalon. It means brain. It is in abbreviated form called BSC. This is also called cow mad disease because the cattle just become so mad, so energetic, and perform many abnormal type of activities. It means the cattle become mad, about mad, and doing paranormal activity, like paranormal activities. It's another analogous variant. Analogous variant is Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, CZD. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease in humans. It means the human or the person who suffer from the presence of this minute protein folded like structure, which is similar to the virus, is being mentally retarded. Their mental ability, their intellectuality goes decreased day by day and finally get mentally retarded. And in the old ages, there are also two type of symptoms appears in our old age ancestors or old age man. What are that? The first one is the dementia and second one is the Parkinson's. What is dementia? It is the loss of remembering anything which take place in their life before some times ago. It means it is the disease of losing the losing of memory. It means forgetfulness. Is that clear? The person forget where he kept his umbrellas, where he kept his books or magazines or medicines, such usable things which is connected with them. So this is called dementia. And second one is the Parkinson's. What is Parkinson's? You all of you noticed the trembling of the hands or legs in a old age person. It just vibrating. Someone says about this phenomenon, he often beats her nephew, but this is just a classical thing to identify such type of symptoms. It is due to presence of prions, the trembling of the hand or legs due to presence of the prions in the muscles of that person. That's why the old age person who suffer from this neurological disorder, his limbs are trembling or vibrating. Is that clear? And it is interesting to know you that how an old age person's hand or leg trembling. Yes. Now students, the next and the last topic of this chapter, that is lichen. These are excluded in the five kingdom system of classification which was given by R.H. Whittaker. Lichen is just a combination of algae and fungi which symbiotically live together for their mutual benefit, to provide mutual benefit to one another. And either Whittaker kept the algae and fungi in the different kingdom, it means kingdom Monera and kingdom fungi, but he has no, or he was given no place to the lichens in any kingdom of the five kingdom system. So lichens are here studied separately. What are lichens? Once again, the combination of alga and fungi which represent symbiotic association to provide mutual benefits to each other is known as lichens. It means it is the combination of alga and fungi. Then how they mutually benefit to each other? Let's see. Its algal component is called algobiome or phycobiome, which is autotrophic. It means can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And the fungal component is called mycobiome or fungiobiome, which is saprophytic and spectroscopic under saprophytic mode of nutrition, feed upon dead and decaying organic matters. Is that clear? Alga prepare food. The algal part prepare food and fungi provide shelter and absorption of mineral to the alga. The fungi provide shelter as well as absorb the minerals and other nutrients from decaying organic matter and provided to the alga to prepare food. Thus, the fungi and fungi both benefited each other. This type of association or living together is called symbiosis or symbiotic association. Is that clear? One thing noted about the lichens. Lichens are the best known pollution indicators. Yes, students, lichens are the best known pollution indicators because where the pollution is present, lichens never grow. It means they never grow in the polluted sources of water or polluted terrestrial zones. So students, I hope you all of you understood the biological classification of living world very well, and we completed this chapter today, and we will back with the new chapter, that is the kingdom plantae, from next video lectures. Thanks students for joining today's lecture.